Next kind of reaction is acid-base reactions. Acid-base reactions are extremely important reactions, and they are also some of the most common reactions. But what is an acid and what is a base? An acid is a compound which, when you dissolve it in water, it disassociates to give us the hydrogen ion, which is H plus. So HCl, by that definition, is an acid. It has a name. It's called a hydrochloric acid, but do not worry about naming it at this point. HCl, when you dissolve it in water, it will not remain undissociated. It will dissociate to give you H plus and Cl minus. And then there is a base. What is a base? A base is a compound which, when you dissolve it in water, will give you hydroxide ions, and that is OH minus. Acids and bases are very harsh chemicals depending on how concentrated they are. You could have some very dilute acid, for example, fruit and vegetable acid found in fruits and vegetables. We can consume them, and they are not something that kills us. But then there are mineral acids like this one, hydrochloric acid or sodium hydroxide. They can be very dangerous depending on how concentrated they are, meaning when they are dissolved in water, is the content of water mostly acid or mostly water? If it's mostly acid, it's very concentrated. But if it's barely acid and mostly water, then it's very dilute. Now, when you mix them together, they neutralize each other, and that's the acid base reaction. Acids, you don't want to dip your finger in it if they are concentrated. Similarly, the bases are also very harsh. Bases are what's used to clean drains, for example, whenever there are clogs. And acids, if you were to dump them down the drain, they will dissolve the metal, reacting with the metal, producing hydrogen gas. So they are very harsh chemicals. But when you mix them together, the products are sodium chloride, table salt in this case, and water. If it was some other acid and some other base, you would have some other salt, such as if it was sulfuric acid, which has a formula H2SO4, and magnesium hydroxide was the base, MgOH2, then the salt would not be NaCl, it would be magnesium sulfate, and the other product will be water. But ultimately, the products of this reaction are some salt and water, and that is why this is known as a neutralization reaction. For now, you should just know that when an acid and a base is mixed, you get salt and water. And again, this is a double displacement kind of a reaction, where you have this hydrogen replacing its partner and going with OH. H plus OH is H2O, and Na replacing OH and going with Cl to give you NaCl.